Hey guys, it's Sam, and these are my winter most anticipated book releases. So this is a little delayed because I almost forgot to do this because the winter release season is just kind of abysmal, and I say this every year, but almost nothing comes out. In the beginning of the year, the big release times are spring and fall, just generally speaking. Yes, there are some things that come out in winter and in summer, but it just tends to be more spring and fall. So I do have some on this list, but it's definitely a shorter list than some of the other seasons. And for me, winter is December, January, and February. I know some people don't agree, but that's how I do it every time. So thankfully there's no releases in December that I'm looking forward to really, so I didn't miss anything. Maybe I'm forgetting something, but I don't think so. So the first book comes out on January 9th, and that is Unearthed by Amy Kaufman and Megan Spooner. Now, they already wrote a series together, which was another sci-fi series, and I'm forgetting what it was called, but it started with These Broken Stars. And I listened to that one on audiobook and really liked it. When I saw the synopsis for this one, I was really excited because it has to do with kind of first contactee ancient alien species being discovered, and the secret that alien species has possibly being like the secret to saving humanity because of like pollution and all these things. So there's these two characters that sneak on board. One's a smuggler and one's more of like a scientist. They sneak on board and try to discover these secrets of this like alien species. But obviously things are not as happy as they seem, and this alien species could be like the vanguard of their destruction. Am I right? So this sounds like it could have inklings of like Mass Effect feelings. This could be like the Reapers or the Remnant or the Protheans or something. You know, like that kind of flavor to it. You know, like discovering these like alien secrets kind of stuff, which I really enjoy. Also, there's smugglers. Where can we go wrong? I'm looking forward to this one. The other release is also January 9th, and I have an arc for this one. It is Beneath the Sugar Sky by Sean McGuire. This is the third book in the Wayward Children series, so it's about kids that go into portal fantasy worlds, go through a door, go through a clock, go through a chest of drawers, something like that, to get into a fantasy world. So the first book follows a lot of those different kids in this school after they come back to Earth. They have to like readjust, but the later books in the series are now covering these different worlds. So this takes place in one of the other worlds that we heard about from one of the other students in the first book, and this is taking place sort of in like a Candyland type world, but unlike the second book in the series, which only takes place really in that world, this book goes back into Earth as well, and like there's other quests and stuff like that, and everything kind of goes from there. So I am very excited for this. I do plan on actually reading this one very soon, possibly like the first, like right when it comes out, beginning of the year, you know. So I am very, very excited for it, and I love this series. It's so fun, and it has like really good representation, and the themes are really good, and they're also different, and they're short, so they're like really easy to fly through, one sitting type reads. I love them. And the last book for January comes out on the 30th, and that is The Hazel Wood by Melissa Albert. And in this story, the main character and her mother have always been on the run from this like bad luck that kind of follows their family. But at the beginning of the story, her grandmother ends up passing away, and she is this prolific author who wrote all these dark fairy tales, and she ends up dying in her estate, which is called the Hazelwood. And then her mother ends up getting stolen away, supposedly by a figure from the Hinterlands, which is the dark world that her grandmother's fairy tales take place in, so she has to kind of unravel this secret, and one of the big warnings is like, stay away from the Hazelwood, like that's one of the notes that's left, and it's like, beware the Crimson Peak. You know, like it has these kinds of feelings to it, so it's dark fairy tales, sinister fairy tales, and like modern fairy tales, and its own unique fairy tale, and all the stuff wrapped into one, and she has to team up with a fan of the series to kind of uncover all of this, because she stayed so distant from it for so long, and everything kind of goes from there. It sounds amazing, the cover is stunning, and it just sounds like right up my alley, and just like a really good wintry type read, so I am hyped for this. And then my last most anticipated release comes out in February. It's the only release for February. It's a short month. Everyone's kind of gearing up for March and April, because that's when all the really big releases are happening. But you guys guessed it, it is Immortal Reign by Morgan Rhodes. So this is the final book, the 6th book in the Fallen Kingdom series, and I've mentioned very much recently that I am so nervous about the Fallen Kingdom series. It was my favorite series, it's still one of my favorite series, but the most recent book left me feeling very disappointed in what was going on and like everything, and just a lot of things. So I am really nervous for this finale, like really nervous. You guys know how I feel about YA fantasy finales, and so many disappointed me, and then this, like the book before this, just I don't know, but I'm still excited, but I'm so nervous. So this is the last book. This is where it all ends. this is what I've been looking forward to for like years now because I've been following this series for so long. This book actually got pushed back a little bit. I think it was supposed to come out this month, but it got pushed back to February. So I'm excited. I'm hoping that that means that a lot of things got like tightened up and like it's going to be amazing and just blow me away and make that little small dip worth it. But I'm nervous. So that is the final book that I'm excited about, and that comes out on February 6th. So those are all my most anticipated winter releases. Comment down below, let me know some books that you're looking forward to this winter. Again, December, January, and February. That is what I consider winter. A lot of things are coming out in spring. Let me know if there's anything that you're really looking forward to in the first part of the year. So thank you all for watching, and I'll see all of you guys soon. Bye!